Hello my friends, today I'm going to make a layer card. As you may know, in Polka Doodles blog, we are celebrating Christmas in July. And I'm going to make a non-traditional Christmas card using this beautiful digi that is called Be a Fluffy Unicorn. And at the bottom of this video, I'm going to leave you the link in case that you want it. And also in case that you want to participate with us in the challenge blog. I'm going to use a base card that measures 12 by 6, and then I'm going to mark at 6 so I can have a 6 by 6 base card, and then I'm going to make layers of cardstock. I'm going to begin with craft paper, then with beige, then I'm going to put designer paper in blue, then I put another piece in beige, and as you may know, each layer is just one of an eighth smaller than the one behind, and then they all have distress ink in Flavor Lab to make them look a little old. And then I'm going to continue with one in blue. And as you may notice, this design is not very Christmas, but at the end you're not going to notice. I also print my digi in beige. And I would like to know in the comments if you like to always print them in white, or as me, you print them in beige and in craft color. I also cut some ovals, a tag and a jingle bell, some trees, and some branches. So as the trees is going to take me a little more time because I need to let them dry, what about if we begin to prepare the trees? To make the tree, I use my punch that I love, and it's this one. But I'm going to cut many pieces of the tree. I mean, each branch, I'm going to cut it apart to make a little movement to the tree. And now that I have all the pieces, I'm going to color with a little of the Flavor Lab the trunk of the tree. You can make it very light or very dark. That depends on the way that you like it. I'm going to clean because I don't want to make a mess in here. And now using the Distress Oxide ink that is called Cracked Pistachio, I'm going to color the top or the tips of the pieces of the tree. I don't know you, but I really like these inks, and especially this green make me think like a little retro. So that's what I think that is going to be perfect for this card. So I'm going to color very carefully all the pieces. And as you may know, I'm leaving some pieces that is not color because in there I'm going to put white glitter to make it look like snow. So now that I have all my pieces, it's time to glue them together. If you want them to have a little more dimension, you can use foam tape. As I don't need it, I'm just going to put white glue. Still, we are going to see a little dimension because the way I color each piece. So be sure that you put it in the correct spot. Because this tree really doesn't need a shadow. So if you don't put it correctly, it's going to have a shadow. And this is the last piece of the tree. Now I'm going to put a little more glue. And it's time for the glitter. So I'm going to put it in this piece of paper so I can reuse it. So I'm just checking that it's perfect. And I need to let it dry. But look how adorable it looks. Well, now it's time to put together our card. I know that a lot of people is telling me that why I don't color the digi on camera, but I promise I'm going to make a special video just for that, because if not, it's going to take too long to make this card. And then another tip, before you put all your paper attached to your card, be sure that it's in the correct position, because if not, trying to repair that mistake, it can be a little pain in the neck. So now, very carefully, we are going to try to put our paper, leaving the same space in each side. So I'm sorry, I need to take it to see it a little closer, because I don't want to make a mistake. And now it's time for our second layer. With the layers, you can change color, you can change sizes, or even you can change shapes, and still your card is going to look very nice and very fun. Just be sure that you attach each layer correctly. Now I'm going to put the blue one. And as you may see, when we cover the blue, you are just going to see like a little blue and white, but you're not really sure, you're not going to be really sure about the design. So sometimes we have paper that is difficult to use, so you can perfectly use them in layer cards. And of course, this card is going to be a little heavier than a normal one, so you may need to pay a little more money if you send it by mail. So be sure that when you make this card, how many layers you want to put, especially if it's an international card. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to attach the jingle bell to my tag, and for that I'm going to use a little brad. And my brad is going to be also in green, because I have exactly the same color like the distress ink. So I think it's going to be perfect. And I'm going to use this thing that is especially for brads. And with this thing, you will never break your nails. Now I want to see the position in which I'm going to put it, to be sure that I don't put any glue in that part in my digi. When I was doing this card, I decided to put these foam squares, but I really think that it will be a better idea to just put foam tape, because then trying to remove all the little pieces of the squares is going to take you a little while. So it's better just to put the tape and just remove 1 or 2 pieces of paper. So I'll try to be quickly to remove all my back papers. And in the meantime, I want to remember, or to remind you better, that if you like my videos, please give them a like, share them with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, now is a good opportunity to click in the red button to subscribe, and then click in the bell so you can receive notifications of each time that I put a new video, because if you don't put the bell, you may never notice when a new video is coming. Now I need to be sure that it's in the center and that my tag is going to be in place. Our trees are already dry, and now we need to decide where do we want them. So I think I want one in the bottom of the digi and one in the top. See, I think they look perfect like this. So I'm going to put a little glue. And I'm going to put it on place. And now it's time to put the next one. And you know, sometimes it's difficult to make things that looks like they have a lot of snow when we are a little more than 100 degrees and that is super hot. But let's enjoy the summer. Now I'm going to put these branches that I also cut them in beige and color them with oxide distress ink. And I'm going to cut, I cut 4 of the same one. But to make them a little different, I'm going to put a little piece of a second one to change a little the direction of this die. Now I'm going to put another on the bottom of the tag. So if the person removes the tag, the car is going to continue looking in perfect balance. I'm going to remove the tag to be sure that they look okay, like in the position that I need them. Oops, no, it was not a good idea. I need to let it dry. I know this glue dries quickly, but sometimes you need to wait a little seconds. So in the meantime, I'm going to put this oval that then is going to have a sentiment. And as my digi already have foam tapes, I'm just going to put a little foam tape in the other border so they have the same label. Okay. And now I'm going to put the one that is smaller and in a clear color. But to put the second oval, I'm going to use another foam tape or foam squares. Be sure that it's perfect. And now I'm going to put my tag. And voila, this is the card that I have for today. Thank you for seeing the end of this video, and don't forget to subscribe. It's going to be here in the red button, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.